Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. It is the year 2245 and the PlayStation Network is at war. If you watched our previous video, you saw that the hierarchy of Bok Bok, who has been kind of belligerent to us for a long time, they finally declared war. We had our first battle here in the Porobim system, and we won that battle. Although it was a little closer than I would have liked. We have a fleet of ships here. We had some new ships that one of our science ships discovered, basically, that just arrived here in the system right after the battle. So better late than never, but we're going to go ahead and merge those new ships, which are an unknown design of Corvette, basically. We're going to merge them with our fleet of Corvettes, and we're going to repair and we're going to upgrade and do what we can do to make sure that the next battle plays out much more in our favor. But meanwhile, there is debris in this system that we can research because of that battle, and I'm going to take my science ship, stop them from doing what they were doing, which was surveying down this way, and I'm going to send them up to survey and study that debris. We need to increase our naval capacity, which can be done by our number of pops, but also by building starbase anchorages. So looking at our station here in Porobim, we've got a gun battery that's being built, and then a defensive platform that is scheduled, and then another gun battery after that. But I'm going to cancel that second gun battery, and in its place I'm going to build an anchorage. There we go. An anchorage will increase our naval capacity by 4, so we can build 4 more ships. And then I'll go ahead and cancel the defense platform, so the anchorage will be built right after the gun battery. And then I'll schedule the defense platform to be rebuilt after the anchorage. Meanwhile on Earth, this starbase really hasn't been upgraded all that much, but I can go ahead and upgrade it to a star hold, and then we can build an anchorage once that's done. And we have another starbase down this way that's being upgraded to a star hold. Same story. I'll build an anchorage down there. Once that's done, we have earned another tradition point, and we are working on the expansion tree. So we've got a couple of options here. We can go with extensible software, which will increase our administrative capacity, cogs in the machine, which will lower our starbase upkeep by 20%, and I think that's the way to go. So I'm going to do that. And we have a construction ship that has just built an outpost here. So let's go ahead and build some mining stations.
Alert. Hostile fleet assets detected.
We have detected enemy ships nearby, but our scientists would like to distract us with the story of a mummified pilot. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit over Rundor 2. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit, complete with a helmet, and may be a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse has provided some interesting data, And we've gotten some society research points out of that. And I think we can all agree that this is a tragic fate. But meanwhile, like I said, we detected enemy ships, so let's take a look at our current state of defense. We are still building more corvettes to replace the ones we lost, but we do have a gun battery and a missile battery now, so I think that should help us in this impending battle. But look at this, we've gotten an incoming transmission from the Artisan Troop. Our deal with them has expired, and they want us to go ahead and re-up on that. Re-upping would cost us 2,000 energy credits, but we'll get 10% monthly unity, and their opinion of us will increase. I think that unity is definitely a good deal. We've got a little over 6,000 energy credits right now, so I'm going to do that. But look at this, the curators have also our deal with them has run out. They want us to extend our deal. That will be another 2,000 energy credits, but it will increase our research speed. I'm going to also do that. So that's going to take us from a little over 6,000 energy credits to a little over 2,000 energy credits. But meanwhile, the enemy fleet has arrived in Porobim.
Construction complete.
And this time our fleet,
System survey complete.
along with our star-based defense systems, we had an easy time of it this time, I guess. Relatively easy. We won the battle. We won another battle. Our construction ship is over here ready to do some new work. And I don't know if I'm interpreting this correctly, but it looks like I can only have 20 ships in a single fleet, but I can have 24 ships total. Like I say, I don't know if I'm interpreting that correctly, but I went ahead and started a second fleet, which means I need a new admiral to be in command of that second fleet. We've got a few to choose from here. I'm going to go with this. I think I went with the one at the top there that has less ship upkeep cost. Yeah. But for some reason, the other 3 ships in that new fleet were built at the starbase near Earth. So I'm not sure why that happened, but I'm sending them back over to Porobim. The PSN Scientific Module 2 has reported that the magnetic field of Wolgan 6 experienced a complete reversal while it was being observed. This rare event has interchanged the positions of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists with a lot of valuable data. We got some physics research, and this is obviously intriguing. Our construction ships are generally staying busy by building outposts and mining stations and research stations. But meanwhile, more enemy ships have entered the Porobim system, and we will respond with lethal intensity.
Technological acquisition successful.
And we make quick work of the Bok ships. We now have more debris to study. And I'm kind of paranoid that the Bok will eventually learn their lesson and approach us from a different direction. So I'm going to send our second fleet down this way. And I'm going to keep reinforcing that star base. And hopefully if anything happens, that will be good enough to deflect the bok. But never mind that for now. The PSN Scientific Module 2 has recovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Canum 5A. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead Science Officer Coadjutron 11 to believe it is not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicions as trace aromatics still emanate from the object. A special project has been issued to confirm whether this might be an information-carrying device constructed by some alien race communicating primarily through the secretion and reception of atmosphere-borne chemical compounds, or in other words, smells. And apparently it smells pretty bad because the response is malodorous. This gives us a special project, an olfactory study, and I'm wondering if this is somehow evidence of the cloud, because if you have watched my past videos, you know that the cloud are friendly but smelly, and so this technology might have something to do with them. I am very intrigued.
Construction complete.
One of our construction ships is now ready for a new task, and really, I'm not sure I need to keep showing all this. I think you can probably figure out by now that our construction ships are building outposts, they're building research stations, they're building mining stations. That's basically what they do, so I don't know that I need to keep showing that. Meanwhile, down here at Ijajan Station, we have been upgraded and we are ready to go ahead and build an anchorage that will, well, I'm building a shipyard as well, but I'm going to build an anchorage, and that will increase our naval capacity. On Earth, same story. We've now been upgraded. Let's go ahead and build an anchorage there. And we have another starbase up this way. There's no great need strategically to upgrade this place, but in the name of increasing our fleet size, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it anyway. And then once that's done, we will be able to build an anchorage, which will increase the size of our fleet.
Technological acquisition successful.
We achieved the knowledge of stellar expansion, which increases our starbase capacity, but now we can research the doctrine of fleet support, which will increase our naval capacity by 30. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Construction complete.
We've detected another enemy fleet to the south of Porobim, but we need to keep our construction ship busy right here. So we're going to have them build mining and research stations, but that's just a sideshow. The main story is that this enemy fleet, instead of doing what they normally do, which is to warp from there into Porobim and attack us, instead of doing that, they are going to warp away. So that's interesting. They are not attacking us anymore. We've received an incoming transmission from the Artisan Troop. They say they've come up with a gorgeous new type of architecture specifically tuned to improve crowds' understanding of one another. The Ministry of Culture. It functions thanks to a mix of using the populace's subconscious bias against each other and art, then smashing it all and presenting a new form of unity. So they're offering to sell us this new type of building. It would give us some extra coordinator jobs. It would increase our Unity generation, which I'm very interested in. But it would cost us 2,000 energy credits. Right now we have just under 3,000 energy credits, so I'm not sure it's a good idea, but what do you know? I'm going to do it anyway. Could be a big mistake. as always, all of my decisions could end up being huge mistakes, but never mind that, because we have won this war. The hierarchy of Bok Bok has grown tired of crashing their beaks against our impenetrable defenses. This is the best possible outcome. I'm sure they will attack us again at some point. But look at this. We have gained some of their space. We've gotten 3 of their systems and then another system that we could also claim. So we have increased our space. We have won the war, and this is a happy day for the PlayStation Network. But I think this is a good spot to go ahead and end this video. Things are going well. We will see what happens from here, but for now, as always, thanks very much for watching.